President Trump acknowledging that Joe Biden will be president, but did not take responsibility for the mob of his supporters who breached the Capitol. I'm going to get straight over to Eamon Javers this morning. We've got more. Eamon, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Andrew. It took more than 24 hours, but President Trump released that video on Twitter last night in which he finally conceded that he had lost the election, that the new administration would be coming in on January 20th. He pledged his support to the incoming team. He also spoke directly to the rioters who attacked the Capitol under his name on Wednesday. Here's what he said.
To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay. We have just been through an intense election and emotions are high. But now tempers must be cooled and calm restored.
We're also seeing a wave of resignations inside the Trump administration, highlighted by two cabinet secretaries, the Secretary of Transportation, Elaine Chao, and the Secretary of Education, Betsy DeVos. Both resigned, both placing blame for the riots on at President Trump's doorstep, both saying they simply could not continue under these circumstances. It's an open question whether we'll see any more resignations from the president's cabinet, but they join a slew of West Wing aides, including the Deputy National Security Advisor, the Chief of Staff to the First Lady, and others inside the White House who have resigned in protest over the president's behavior. All of that lending the final days of the Trump administration an air of near total collapse as the president struggles to pull together his team and keep more defections from happening in his remaining days in office. Tragically, last night we had a statement from the Capitol Police saying that one police officer has died now as a result of his injuries. They say he was physically engaged with the protesters at the Capitol, returned to police headquarters and collapsed there. He died yesterday, the Capitol Police putting that statement out overnight, and that adds an additional element of tragedy to all of this, bringing the death toll from the attacks on the Capitol to 5 now from Wednesday's violence up on Capitol Hill. The blame all being pointed at President Trump at this point. The question now is whether there's enough momentum politically in Washington to move forward with either the 25th Amendment, which would remove the president from office, or another impeachment on Capitol Hill. There's talk about both efforts, but neither one seems to be likely at this juncture, just given the fact that both of them take time. There's a procedural rigmarole to go through in both cases. It's not clear there's support for it in the cabinet or with the vice president in terms of the 25th Amendment at all. So those options look unlikely. The Wall Street Journal guys, the editorial page there yesterday, called for the president to simply resign.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.